What's up, YouTube? Today's time is something that cannot be said when World War III begins. If you see news channels today, you will be seen deteriorating in many countries. Many people also say that in the coming 2 to 3 years, we have to face World War III. Guys, if the World War III starts, then what are the countries in the world where you can be completely safe? So friends, today we will tell you 10 such countries where there are 99% of chances that if a World War III took place on earth, then you will be safe. So, let's get started. Number 10. USA, United States of America. Friends, how can you be safe in the USA? Since Donald Trump has been president of the USA since then, the most likely chance of starting World War III is from the USA. So, it is because in the USA during the Cold War, many such government buildings were built which have underground bunkers. More than that, USA is the world's most powerful country, and the USA's anti-missile defense system is also very advanced, so that many missiles will be destroyed before reaching the United States of America. But one thing is bigger than all these is that the USA military does not show many weapons to the world, due to which we do not know which weapons have kept hidden by the United States of America. Number 9. Switzerland. Switzerland has always maintained peace and has never lived with any country at the time of the war. After the war with Napoleon in 1815, Switzerland has never participated in any war, and it shows that if World War III is there, then Switzerland will not have any meaning to it. Apart from this, Switzerland is a landlocked country, and with every country, Switzerland has very good relations. The biggest thing from all of these is that Switzerland has so many bunkers that they can get all the population of Switzerland in them. Number 8. Australia. Australia has many natural advantages to survive in World War III, especially when we look from the prospect of the military, because Australia is completely surrounded by the sea, due to which the military force cannot easily penetrate into Australia. More than that, most of Australia's population lives on the shore, as most of the major cities of Australia are shore beaches and are far away from each other. If a country attacks on Australia, then it will have to do several nuclear attacks. But no country will do this, because the earth can be devastated by these kinds of attacks. For this reason, Australia is a good place to remain a survivor in World War III. Number 7. Fiji. Fiji is a very popular destination among the tourists because the location of this country is very wonderful. At the same time, it is also a very good country to be hidden in World War III, since Fiji is made up of 332 islands, due to which it is impossible for any country to land on Fiji. And this country is so lonely. From here, alone means that the country is surrounded by sea for many kilometers, due to which no country will attack here. And there is nothing to attack in this country, because of which you can survive here during the World War III. Number 6. Kiribati and Marshall Islands. If you think that Fiji is an only country around the sea, then you are wrong. Since 3000 kilometers away from Fiji, there are Kiribati and Marshall Islands on the north, which are the only islands among the sea from all sides. These two islands are so solitary that in 1950, United States of America started here the nuclear testing. But it is not a matter of scarcity, as the radiation of the nuclear bomb is less than 1% today. Number 5. New Zealand. Like Australia, New Zealand is also a very safe country to be a survivor in World War III, because New Zealand is also completely surrounded by water. But in many things, New Zealand is much better than Australia, because the New Zealand is on the 4th number in the Global Peace Index. This proves that chances of taking part in the Battle of New Zealand during the war are equal to none. Secondly, more than half of New Zealand's energy is accomplished with hydroelectric plants, which means if a world war occurs and if New Zealand has stopped getting other energy resources from other countries, New Zealand can still provide electricity in the important buildings in its own right. Along with this, most of the New Zealand is very fertile and you will not have any problem with eating and drinking. Number 4. Chile. This country, which is situated on the coast of South America, will be quite safe during the World War III, as Chile is quite far from any country with nuclear power. This country is also very beautiful in order to stay with it. And if you have a land-based attack on Chile, then it is about 3,500 kilometers away from Chile, Easter Island, where it is impossible to attack because this place is for scientists and to be quite anonymous and not easy to find. Number 3. Greenland. Greenland is a Danish independent territory. Greenland's political relationships are quite good and quite similar to Denmark. Denmark is the second most peace-loving country on the Global Peace Index. So you must be wondering why we are referring to Greenland at the place of Denmark. So that's because the Denmark mainland is connected to Europe, and if the World War III has begun, then it is guaranteed that Europe will have to suffer a lot. At the same time, Greenland is just off Europe and is near North America, by which it is a good place to hide for the Canadian, European and American. Like New Zealand, Greenland also produces 70% of its energy from the hydroelectric plant. So even if Greenland will stop getting resources from other countries, even then no one will remain hungry. Number 2. Iceland. This country at the first position in the Global Peace Index has always maintained peace with the rest of the countries. Just as New Zealand and Greenland generate energy themselves, Iceland also consumes 85% of its country's energy from renewable resources. There are small hydropower and solar power plants, but most of the energy makes it to frozen geothermal because the reservoir of geothermal resources is Iceland. You would think it would be snow ice only, but it is not so because these countries are very green and fertile. When all the countries remain submerged in the darkness, there will also be electricity in Iceland. Number 1. Antarctica. Iceland is at number 1 of Global Peace Index, but if Antarctica was a country, then our Antarctica would only be at number 1. It is believed that during World War III, most people will run towards Antarctica and then it will become a country. When scientists thought about which country is the best to remain hidden in World War III, then Antarctica was considered as the best, since Antarctica is far from all the nuclear countries. According to an agreement in 1959, nuclear bombs cannot be dropped on Antarctica, due to which Antarctica is so safe from the war. It is not easy to stay here, but during the Cold War, many bunkers were created in Antarctica, which can be done here. So friends, thanks for watching the video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe to the channel and make sure to turn on the notifications so that you can get the updates associated with the new videos. This was Himanshu Sharma signing off.